Hello, world. This is your girl, Becca Rose with Feel the Music, and I have a guest today. I'm interviewing Reek the Villain. Reek the Villain, how's it going?
Hey, everything is great, Beck. I'm good.
That's
Life is good.
I hear that. I hear
Can't
that.
complain about too much.
That's what's up. I mean, and first of all, I gotta thank your friend Driss for connecting us for this
Absolutely. My
interview.
brother.
Yes,
Yep.
great guy, man. So just really glad to be speaking with you. I mean, first of all, like your musical career, you know what I mean? Your impact is just so impressive because you've rubbed shoulders with the highest of the high. You've been signed to a few labels and you've been quiet in the game, relatively quiet, I should say, for about 5 years. So you have this teaser up on Instagram about Animal Gang Volume 1, and
hmm
it sounds dope. I'm like very excited for it. But I just wanted to get into what is it like to step back into the music game after a hiatus because nowadays listeners and fans and supporters, they're ready to stop really rocking with an artist if they don't hear from them after a year or two. And
Yeah.
there's this pressure for an artist to really come out with a, a song that's gonna chart, that's gonna get some that's gonna circulate. So how does it feel taking that break and stepping back into the game today?
Well, well, for me, I never really stopped doing it. I just stopped really putting music out like that. When I had my daughter back in 2015, she was born, and if you notice, that's around the time where I got quiet. So I just like I didn't me and her mother, I didn't really have help with her. We had no help with her. So I just couldn't really balance out the two. I couldn't really do the music and be a full-time dad. So, I just fell back. But I knew that at some point I would be able to get my freedom back to be able to do this music thing, because I'm not going to do it unless I can do it full time. I'm not going to half-ass it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear that.
So I chose to just say, you know what, I'm going to kick back for a second. But once I get a chance to get back in it and give it my all, I'm going to get back. It just so happens that, it's been 5 years. But for me, it's never a worry because it doesn't, like, if you're talented, you're talented. And, like, if I'm not worried about losing fans, because I'm one person that interact with, a lot of my core fans. And, people can feel your energy and know pretty much when people buy into the person first, more so than just the artistry. A lot of times people like you as a person, and, I'm pretty sure that once I got people who always, Rick, when you going to drop? When you going to drop? So I know by the time, once I put music out, once I start dropping these projects, like those people who was rocking with me before, they'll be right back on board rocking with me again, because it's not like I lost a step and I can't rap anymore.
True. So the power of likability, I hear that. Can you give us a closer date on as to when it's going to come out?
Yeah, we wanted to get it out by like August, but you know what it is? It's a lot of different personalities, a lot of it's a bunch of people. So like it's hard getting everybody on the same schedule. So it's not happening as fast as we wanted, but the album is done. We really just in the mix and mastering process now, so it'll definitely be out no later than like October
Okay.
at the latest.
Okay, dope. And
You know,
would you consider, because it's really commendable that you did step up to your fatherly roles, instead of just kind of saying, you mom and daughter make it happen. I'm gonna keep doing this thing. So would you like? How do you feel about that term, girl dad? Would you consider yourself like a girl dad, or
hundred
just
percent,
being?
yeah,
I like
100%.
that's
I'm 100% that. I'm taking her to basketball practices. Go pick her up. Like I'm just as much as her mother. Like I'm right there the same way.
That's what's up. I love it. I love it. We need okay, world, we need more girl dads, okay? We love to see a girl dad for sure. And
Yeah.
yeah, so then I just wanted to ask about like you and collaborations because your, work is full of collaborations. I think of your song Go Off. You've got like Kendrick, Swiss,
hmm
Ace, on your project, The Gift, you've got a lot of features, and even your album in 2016, Undeniable. or I should say hashtag undeniable. So when it comes to collaborating, sometimes people get the or music critics will use that against an artist and say, collaborations, it kind of weakens you as an artist. But then you have artists like J. Cole who kind of gas that mentality because he's always bragging about how he's typically doing no features, no features. So when it comes to collaborating, how do you, reflecting back, what do you think of your collaborations in the past, and how are you going to move forward in your music career with collaborations now?
I'm always going to collaborate with people because hip hop is an art, and it's also like a sport. So it's like, you wanna, if you're playing basketball, you don't want to play against, you want to play against good competition to see how good you are. So I love to do collaborations with the best rappers, or who people consider, oh yo, he's nice. Like, I love to do those collaborations, so people can say, all right, well, he stood next to them and he outshined them, or he stood next to them and went toe for toe, whatever. So I love that. The competitive nature of me wants to collab with, whoever's considered the best rappers or whatever. And then the other thing, if somebody just does good music, I want to collaborate with them too, because hopefully I can do a feature with them and then tap into their audience and have some of their audience become my audience.
I hear that. And so what do you think is really behind people not wanting to collaborate? Do you think it's like ego? What would your take on that be as an artist?
Okay, it's two things. A lot of times sometimes people may say, oh, doing a collaboration with this person may not benefit me, it may benefit him more. All right? And then you got some people who it's like a lot of people have that mentality. To me, that's what I think. But I feel like when people have mutual respects for each other, and they're running cross the paths with each other, collaboration is going to come out of it more than likely.
True, I hear that.
But it's just like somebody like J. Cole, you're not gonna you want to say, hey, J. Cole, I want to feature, but if you're not on J. Cole's level, then you're not going to get that feature. Or if he feels like you're not on his level, you're not going to get that feature. But he recently did records with 21 Savage and things of that nature. So, like I said, sometimes it's all about the relationship, I think, too.
True. Yeah. So then
that particular feature is not one that you would expect, but it happened.
Right. Yeah, I gotta actually look into that song because I don't even know it, and I know he has Dreamville, so he will collab with artists on those projects and things, but they're his artists essentially. So, but yeah, it really just depends, like you were saying.
It's called A Lot.
Right. Yeah. Oh, A Lot. Oh, so that's 21 Savage's song featuring J. Cole, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Well, see, yeah, I mean, with J. Cole, like on his projects, he doesn't have features, like for a J. Cole project. But yeah, like him feature, I know he will be a feature for others, which I personally think it's still playing into ego, in particular his case and a few other artists. But, it really depends, like you said. So I just want to ask a question about like Southern rappers, because I always think of that line Jay Electronica said, when New York niggas was calling Southern rappers lame, but then jacking our slang. And I see that, you've worked with a lot of Southern rappers. You're, not opposed to working with Chamillionaire, Roscoe Dash, Ace. So like, what are your thoughts about that saying? Because it's always sparking deep, debates and conversations in the music world. And, what is your take on that line as someone who collaborates with Southern rappers?
At the time he said it, I feel like he was justified. It was justifiable because New York rappers were definitely, using Southern slang a lot. Like Southern slang started making its way into New York a lot. But what it was is really because Southern music started becoming more popular. But at the end of the day, though, sometimes when New York people say, all right, Southern people are lame, they're not mainly saying everybody down there, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like when coming from New York, like we have to use our brains so much, we're so competitive at everything that sometimes when you go to other places and you just be like everybody's like so easy going, like it's no competitive nature. So, you know, in our eyes that might be looked at as lame, like but overall though, that's not saying everybody, because like, I mean, me personally, I've always loved Southern rap. Like Outkast, from the time I've heard Outkast, I've always liked them. Like since I was a kid, Outkast has been dope to me.
Right, and most artists would big up Outkast, so you know, kind of goes against the argument right there.
But I'm not gonna lie though, when I used to hear all of that, look at them girls, them Daisy Dukes on, like those records would never be records that I would play in my car. Like, I mean, you know, like a lot of the rap that was coming out of the South back in, you know, the early '90s, it was whack. But it was whack to us because we couldn't understand it. I'm pretty sure it wasn't whack to them. But like all of that fast bouncing music, that had, like, we couldn't understand that because, you know, we in the streets. Then here in New York, we in the streets. We listening to Mobb Deep. We listening to the Locks. We listen, like, it's all about street shit. And so I think that's what Jay Electronica was really saying, because back in those days, I'm not gonna lie, I used to look at, you know, a lot of the Southern rap, like, you know, they like, that shit is corny, whatever. But by the time it got to, you know, when the T.I.s came around and the Lil Waynes and all of those people, like, I loved it. I'm like, yo, they dope. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what's up. So any Southern rappers now you kind of like have in mind that you want to put on your new projects or you want to work with in the future?
I always let me see who I kind of like what's the name shit, damn, man.
I know there's so many of them too now.
Yeah, but it's a lot of them, man. It's a lot of them that's talented. I mean, he's not from the South, but from the West Coast. Like, I like Roddy Ricch.
Nice.
He's from the West Coast, right?
Yeah, he's West Coast.
Yeah, I like Roddy Ricch, man. I feel like he's dope. I like Kodak, matter of fact. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's somebody who, he may not be the best rapper, but sometimes I'm a fan of his because I just feel like, yo, he can't even really rap like that to me, but he makes good music. And when I hear some of his records, I'll be like, yo, it's your time.
You're not worried about getting canceled along with him? I feel like Kodak is always getting canceled now because he does have some bangers, but it seems like he's always in the news for something ridiculous. So you know, are you mindful of that in the midst of cancel culture?
You know what it is? Like, I don't even be paying attention to what's going on with these people, like, lives like that. That's why, like, you know, I remember one time when he had, like, an argument with Ebro and them on Hot 97 or something. But I know, like, he's a little young, ignorant dude. You know what I mean? But I'm not thinking about none of that. I'm just saying, like, sometimes I hear his music and I'll be like, all right, it's a nice record.
So you separate the art from the artist.
But like, just somebody like him I like, but like Little Baby, the Baby, like I'm fans of theirs. Like, both of them, I think they're dope, and I definitely would like to do records with them.
Oh, nice. And yeah, they're the giants of the South right now, you know. So
yeah, Little Baby, I think he's nice. Like,
he's running it right now. Yeah.
When I heard that one time I watched him, he was doing an interview and he was talking about how he just started rapping a year ago. I was like, wow, that's incredible for him to just start rapping a year ago and to be nice, and, you know, to be able to play with words and flows the way he do.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, I hear your list. Well, I'm hoping, you know, that can come to play. You know what I mean? So, but as I also wanted to ask about, like, your wellness, because I do talk about wellness too, and I see that you post, like, yourself in the gym, you're active, you're fit. How does, you know, wellness, exercise, working out play into your music and your overall hustle?
Because my thing is, I'm always like, I'm never gonna allow myself or allow haters to be like, oh, you seen Reek lately? Like, because, you know, for one, there's people out here that's preying on our downfalls. There's people that can't wait to see us fail, you know? And I'm just like, I'm not giving nobody that satisfaction of being a failure or anything. So I'm not about to be the person that's coming back out, or you see me now and you see me a year or two later and they like, yo, he don't look the same. Or, you know, if
right.
If you say I don't look the same, it's going to be in a good way. You know, so that's just how, and I just feel like it correlates with artistry. Like, if you're going to be out here talking this shit, then, you know, if it sounds good, it needs to look good. And I've always been the type of person that's like, always know, like far as when I was with Busta, I never got to put out a lot of records for women, for the ladies, but like that's always been like one of my main things. I'm kind of like a rapper. I like to make records for the ladies. So it's like, you know, I looked up to people like LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just believe that having your body right and like being sort of a sex symbol is the way for me.
Oh,
so I always want to be like the guy that I can take my shirt off on camera and girls be like, oh, or when I do a show on stage, I take my shirt off and, you know, girls go crazy. Like, it's all a part of my it's all a part of showmanship. It's all a part of the whole package to me. Like, I just want to make sure that I'm good every avenue.
No, I hear that, and we're never complaining when a man with a six-pack takes off his shirt, okay? So I hear that, and, like, that's interesting, though, that when you were working with Bust, you didn't really get to do that. What was the reasoning behind that, or, you know, why did that never really come into play?
I don't know. He just used to always, like, want to just be like, nah, let's just stick to the street shit right now, or whatever, so... You know, I never understood it, but to me, I always was like, I a lot of times I wanted to, you know, like have singles that's like for the ladies, you know, but it just never happened. We were, you know, we were always choose some street shit. It was one time I'm like, yo, listen, I did this project called How to Be a Player, and I did like a reenaction of the Bill Bellamy movie, and that's like one of my favorite mixtapes, but it's like 10 songs and it's all for women. It's a mixtape, 10 records, all original music, all for the ladies though. And that was like, that was one of my mixtapes that I would ride around in the car with. Other than that, I don't even really listen to my own music. I make it and I listen, you know, after listening to it so many times in the studio while they mix and master it, I don't even play my own shit. But that was the one CD that I would play, you know, but he let me drop that one, but other than that, we didn't use none of it as no singles. He didn't say, yo, Funk Flex, we got this record, or that never happened with any of those records.
And is that record available? Like, because you can't, I don't see it on, like, you know, streaming platforms like that. Like, is it locked up? Like, how can we get access to it?
I haven't checked on it in a while, but if you Google Reek Da Villian, and I think the name on it is just Reek Da Villian, so it's DAVILD. But if you Google How to Be a Player, I think it's on, it may be on Apple Music. You should be able to find it on Apple Music.
Okay, I didn't see it on Apple Music, but I will check the other streaming platforms because I would love to hear your ladies album. You know what I mean? Like sounds really dope, and I'm looking forward to more ladies music. You know, but
yeah, I got a project right now done. With I put up the Animal Gang thing. That's definitely coming. But I also have a project with an artist named Lou Vega. It's all like, you know, it's all singing type of vibe. Like it's all like, you know, auto-tune singing type of vibe.
Okay, nice.
So we're gonna try to get that one out maybe like November, because I don't want a lot of the projects to be clashing with each other. I don't want to be putting the Animal Gang out in October, then that one, both of them in October, and then I can't move around with my brother Lou because I'm over here doing the Animal Gang shit. But I truly got like 4 projects coming out that's all going to be dropping within the next couple of months.
Oh, dope. You're okay, so that's a lot of dropping. What about touring? Are you looking to tour with COVID going on and things like that?
Yeah, I'm actually, me and my one of my guys brought an idea with me right now, and the whole thing is that I'm trying to see if I can get, you know, at least like 4 or 5 of my guys from the Animal Gang to rock out with me, and I'm gonna do it. I believe it's the Locks tour. It's the Locks and Dipset tour.
Oh.
They got the dates, and I guess you could pay to open. Like, you could just bring yourself type. It's something. I don't know. He got to explain it more to me, but I just got sent dates, and whatever it is, it's in September. It starts in September, so I'm gonna see. But I don't want to do it if I can't get my guys with me, because I haven't dropped no solo project yet, and I'm not dropping one until maybe November, December. So I would rather go, if I do a tour right now, I'd rather be the Animal Gang so I can bring my brothers with me and we can go out there and rock.
Oh, I hear that. And so, aside from Animal Gang, are you looking to go tour nationally or like Northeast region? Like, where you looking to go? Who's gonna get to be able to see Reek Da Villian?
Well, as far as the Animal Gang, I think it's like just the East Coast. I think it's up and down the East Coast. But as far as once I drop my solo project, then that's when I'm gonna look into some like international touring or coast to coast, whatever. I'm gonna reach out to some of my old connects from here, there, and try to get on some tours. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get everybody on the same. When you're dealing with 4 or 5 people, people still have their own lives to live, and everybody can't just leave and go away like that. So with this collaborative album, I don't know how we're gonna make it happen as far as like all over the place. But I'm working on it. But definitely once I drop my solo projects, I'm pretty sure me and Driss will get on the phone, make some calls, and we'll end up doing something.
And I really appreciate the mindfulness of you and your crew as far as like not dropping everything for music, and there's that mentality of like putting it all on the line and just going to extreme great lengths to get it. Like, and what do you think about that? Like, what would you say to someone who would find your tactics and your practices to be maybe under ambitious or underwhelming or whatever they would say about the way you're moving, because you are being calculated about how you move?
Yeah, I mean, everybody is different, it's like sometimes you don't have a choice because, like if somebody has a child and they have a mother that's has a grandmother nearby, so it's like, all right, cool, I can take my daughter over here, or you just have help, you just have people around, then they can, a lot of times they can put all of that pressure on the lady, and a woman will hold it down, definitely. But then sometimes you get in cases where you have no choice, like you have to do this because it's not a matter of should I, it's just what has to be done. In my case, it had to be done. It had to be done. But if somebody had that point of view, I wouldn't be mad at them because, if you want something, you got to give it your all. And that's definitely the truth. But, for me, I would say I gave it my all for a long time. So it's like, I'm not new to this. Like, this is the second chapter.
This is the return. Yep.
Yeah, this is a return. And when I get back into it, like I said, I'm going to give it my all. But I wouldn't do it I'm only going to do it if I can give it my all.
Now I hear that. Okay, that's what's up. So, I'm just excited for you. And the last question I have is like, just thinking about, like you said, you're not new to this, and you've been on like one of the biggest music shows, working with big artists, signed to Busta, and he's definitely, one of the biggest names in hip hop, still a legend. So how is it to basically just be in the game and just living that life of an artist to, segueing out and, playing the role of dad and husband and or partner, and you know what I mean? Like how does that feel? Is there anything that you notice about maybe like your ego or like just getting used to the routine again, or just kind of like what was that like, and how do you think it's going to be once you take off? Because I mean, people know who you are. You know what I mean? Like you can have another big shift into the limelight again, and what, like, are you prepared? Are you nervous?
Nah, but what I really liked about it is that for the most of the time that I was running around, and I was with Busta, I was in all of the limelight and all that. And, I was making I was making money, but I wasn't making enough money. Like, you know, but it was just all like, it was all like keeping up with the Joneses. So it was like it's always good because, you know, me, like my energy is good. So whoever I meet, wherever I get, it doesn't matter if it's an industry event or it's just wherever. Like, you know, just to tell you, yo, wherever we go, like everybody just clings to him. You know, I'm a people's person, and you know, I'm a kind and humble person. I have supreme confidence in myself, and that's what allows me to be humble because I don't have to brag or boast because I know at any time I can do what I need to do to put somebody to shame or like prove myself. So I'm always a people's person. So anywhere I go, like I'm kind of life of the party or my energy's good. So it's always a beautiful thing to be around your peers and like be like, wow, I'm really here. Like I made it. Like, yo, oh, you get around somebody like Swiss Beats and he's calling and he's like, yo, this is my little brother Reek. Or, you know, you with like then you with big names and they're like Reek, you know, like it feels good. But one thing I will say is I had a lot of people around me that really didn't mean good. So they were really just there to ride my coattail and be around everything that came with me being signed Buster or being signed Rich Gang and all of that. But for me taking time off, it showed me who my real friends are, who's really and also I was trying to take care of a million people. I was trying to take care of a million people, and this day and age right now, I'm not doing that. Everybody that's around me right now, they play a role, they play a part. Before, I just had a bunch of dead weight people with me that was just there. You know, some of my friends coming home from jail, and you know, you're trying to do what's right, and then, but you know, sometimes you just can't get people to change. They had that mentality. You got to leave them behind. Like I had to really mature and learn to, like, you know, you can't save everybody. These people need to save themselves first. So right now, the difference between then and now is that everybody around me are people that's helping me. Like I feel so good and confident about all these projects that I'm doing because I already know everybody I need to know in the music business. But now a lot of the people that are in positions are genuine friends. I have a lot of genuine friends throughout the music industry that's in like real great positions. So I'm like, it's gonna be so like easy for me to like just come back through and crush it. Like it really is. It's gonna be easy to come through and crush it because I still can rap my ass off. That's never left, and I still got great relationships with people. I don't rub people the wrong way. So with genuine people being in places that can help me with my talent, me putting in that groundwork, everything this time around is it's everything is kind of like a layup just waiting for me. So I'm just putting this shit together, getting it right, and it's definitely going to happen for me. I'll be right back there. And like I said, I got great people all around me. I don't have no dead weight this time.
I hear that. Put you in the ring and you're ready. I hear that for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I'm excited. I'm really excited for what you got coming up. So is there anything you want to plug, anything you want to promote?
Yeah, like I said, we got the Animal Gang project. That's me, you know, my brother Pills, my brother AR, Driss, Bro God, my brother Flames. Yeah, that's pretty much, you know, all of the Wu-Tang situation. I got the project with my brother Luke Vega coming out. We still didn't figure a title out yet. I have a project coming out with my cousin. He's a producer named IT. It's going to be called Best Fulton. We have about 1 or 2 more records to finish. I don't have a date for it, but I'm just going though. Like I'm in the studio, just going, working on so many different projects. And then my solo one that I'm working on myself is called The King's Return.
Woo!
And like I said, I should have that out by November. Somewhere in November, yeah, because I just got to see. I don't want to shortchange these other projects. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear that.
Because the Animal Gang, all these collaborative projects I'm doing, I want to be able to focus on them so I can bring light to them. But the minute I drop my solo project, I know I'm kind of like not really going to be focused on those.
Okay. Well, I'm ready for the King's Return. I'm ready for all the collaborative music coming out. Like, I'm ready, you know, just for your return. So, 2021, here we go. So, you know, ladies. Oh, and you know what? I just want to ask, like, what are you feeling filled with today? Because, you know, my platform is called Fill the Blanc. This is Fill the Music. So, what are you feeling today? What are you filled with today?
I'm always filled with I'm always, for the most part, I'm always filled with joy. Like like happy. Like I'm one of those people who everybody see me like, yo, why you always smiling? Like why you just always like in a good mood? Like it's not always like that. Sometimes you're putting on the front, but I just like I know how to keep myself in a good space, and the way I do that is I always keep myself in a good vibe around some music. And as long as I got a good vibe going with music, I'm good, Like right now, once I get off this phone, I'm about to go to my gym, put my speaker on, and I'm going to feel great. That's how I start my days off, working on myself, looking in the mirror like, all right, I'm looking good. I got some good music playing, it just starts the day off right. So I'm always feeling good.
Yo, I hear that. Here, people, once again, this is Becca Rose. I had the honor of speaking with Reek Da Villian. Thank you so much, Reek Da Villian. This was great. And he's filled with joy today. You know what I mean? And look out for Animal Gang Volume 1 coming soon, and his solo project, The King's Return, coming soon. So we've got a lot of good music. We got good vibes. And, it's coming. It's coming, New York. So some more New York shit. But
going up.
Exactly. You already know. So once again, thank you, everybody, and goodbye, world. All right, that was perfect. Thank you, Reek.
You're welcome, man.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right.